What's going on, guys? This is Paul with 12 Overview. Sorry I haven't been on making any videos lately. I've been kind of backed up with some other stuff, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, stuff like that. Anyway, here's my next video. I guess about a week before Christmas. Might give you all present ideas. Anyway, I have the Pioneer MVH-X560BT. This is a mechless, parentheses, no CD player, media player from Pioneer. This radio has a 1-year warranty, and it runs around $129 to $139, around about, fairly cheap for a media player. Only thing it doesn't play is, video media, just more audio, stuff like that. But anyway, let's get this thing open. Let's see what's inside, and kind of go from there. All right, open up the box. All right, we got the remote. It's always good to have a remote. We got a USB extension cord. Apparently it plugs in behind the radio. We got a aux cable. I guess that also plugs in behind the radio. We got because it has Bluetooth, here's the Bluetooth microphone that you mount somewhere. That way you can talk in the microphone and they talk back out through your speakers. This is the power harness. Without this, nothing will work. And you got a little bag of screws and installation CD keys and some other little doodads. There's the 1-year warranty card. Tells you what's not covered under warranty. And let's see, and here's the good old manual. They have about 3 different languages. So if you speak English, Francais, or Espanol, or French or Spanish, if you don't know those words, then this is the manual for you. It tells you how to work it. Alright, that's off the top layer. Alright, there's nothing else in the box, so I'm going to set that off to the side. Little tiny pieces of styrofoam, good to keep it from bouncing around. And the first thing I notice once we get out of the bag, in fact, I'm going to set these styrofoams off to the side as well. As normally, because this radio does not have a CD player or mechless, this radio is about the size of my hand, as you can see from front to back. So there's everything you need is in just one little section. So it's real light, weighs probably, I'll say 2 pounds. Like some radios, they go real far deep and they weigh like 5 pounds, and they probably jiggle after a little time. But since this radio is the same size as its cage, there should be no problem with it just staying put forever and ever. Looks like we also got some little covers here for keep the side of the radio from being scratched up. Peel those off. Alright, and there's the radio. Well, all of it. And looks like we got a little card over here off to the side. Like for store displays, you can set it off of there and tell customer can read what's what with the radio. Anyway, that's everything that's in the box. The manual's trying to get away. Let's get this thing mounted up, powered on, and we'll look at the back of it, and then we'll swing it around, and we'll turn the power on, and see what it looks like. Alright, now we got the thing all backed up here and then pointing at you. And we'll go, as usual, we'll start from the left-hand side and work our way this way, show you what all the ports are. The first thing you come to is the 5-amp USB port. That's where the extension plugs into. Or if you feel so inclined, you can go ahead and pre-install a little thumb drive back here and just let it stay plugged in forever and ever and ever. Or you can just plug in the extension cord, run it to where you want, and plug your USB thumb drive in there, and better take it out when you want to. The next port over, this little black area, you have the microphone input for the Bluetooth mic. And down here you have the wired remote. This is for people who have steering wheel controls. If you want to retain your steering wheel controls that control the factory radio, you can purchase an optional module along with the harness for your vehicle. And after it's all wired up, you can plug it in here and you can control all the functions, or most of the functions of the radio, through the steering wheel controls. Right here you got the fuse and the power harness plug in. This also has your speaker outputs and power inputs and all that. Over here you got your rear, front, and subwoofer 2-volt pre-outs. So you have front, rear, and subwoofer, so you can have 3 different amps, 2 amps, a 5-channel amp, 4-channel amp, all kinds of, just every combination possible. Right here we have your aux input. That's where that aux cable plugs into. You can run it around along with your USB cord and run those two together to the glove box, or it's hanging down the bottom of your dash, or maybe if you have a pocket underneath your radio, you can run those into it. Put it on the install kit. And last but not least is the FM antenna plug-in. Your vehicle may require a FM antenna adapter. If you have an old car, you probably won't need one, but most newer cars nowadays have some crazy, wild antennae in that won't plug in here, so you have to adapt it to catch FM stations. And that's pretty much everything on the back of the radio, so let's get this thing turned around and power it up, and we'll see what the front looks like. Alright, we got it powered up. First thing I want you to do is do a setup. So I'm going to get that out the way. It tells you if you want to change the clock and stuff. But you can, if you don't want to now, you can get back into the menus later on and change it. I'll show you how to get to there. Minutes, spin, and quit, yes. Alright, before we go any further, looks like everything has a good glossy black look to it. You know, good chrome volume knob with little, I guess, little track up and down change button to kind of go back and forth like that. We also got it's also detachable face. You press this little button right here, and it detaches itself. That way you can take it inside with you if you need to. Let's see, we also got the source button, which also doubles as an off button. Source, you know, cycles you through all your different sources. If you have more stuff plugged in, the more options pop up on the screen. This is your phone button here for the iPhone, or I mean for the Bluetooth. The band button goes FM1, FM2, AM, back to FM1 and 2 again. Let's see, we got the search button, which in FM on radio don't do jack diddly. And this little bent arrow right here, this is like an escape button or backup menu button. Press it when you're in menus and it backs you out to the previous, you know, whatever screen you're looking at. Right here is the MixTrax button. MixTrax is a free program you can download from Pioneer. And what you do is you dump all your music into this program, plug a USB drive into your computer, run the program, and it will digitally, like a DJ, mix all your songs together with certain beats that you choose. And I'll turn off the demo here in a second. Anyway, and so that way it's like one complete song, and there's a feature here where you can adjust how the radio reacts when MixTrax is turned on. Here you get your 1 through 6 preset stations. So, you know, if you're on FM1, FM2, FM3, you can have up to 18 preset stations of FM or 6 AM. And display, you can do clock or frequency. You just double go back and forth. Usually people like clock, so just leave it on clock if you want to. Alright, we're going to click the middle button of the volume knob here, and it goes to menu. The first menu is function, so we're going to it. And being that we're in radio, there's not that many functions. You got best station memory, FM1, and local off, which you really don't have to worry about all that. Seek. Manual goes to one station at a time, and I think preset channels, or manual goes back and forth. Get that. Let's see any more. Yep, that's it for all the function menu. The next we have audio. We go into it. You got fader, center. Actually, I think it went right into fader. We got balance. You got stuff. Change your front, rear, left, and right, depending on how you want to listen to it. EQ settings. We got factory defaults as usual. We got powerful, natural, vocal, custom 1, custom 2, flat, super bass, back to powerful. But usually, if you don't want to listen to the other ones, you go to custom 1 or custom 2. Go into it, and you can actually select the. There's like a 5-band equalizer, but there's no things to look at. It's just numbers and letters and stuff. So you get 80 Hertz, which is your bass. You want to select it, you click it, and go up to what you want. Plus enter. It's all done with your volume knob. And over here, you go the next step over. It's like mid-mids, or mid-bass mids, or something like that. You can select what you want it to go through, and the middle is actual mids. Select it, you actually see like kind of like a bass basic kind of a spectrum analyzer. They don't move or anything. It just kind of gives you a waveform there, red curve. Mid highs or mid tweeter, however you want to say it. Select it, make it do what you want, and I think positive 6 is the max, and then the actual tweeter, crank it wide open, which is 6 as well. Alright, now we got their EQ, checked out. You can also go to custom 2, set a different EQ wave. That way, different songs sound differently. You can go to custom 1, custom 2, and change it. Alright, then we're through with the EQ settings. Next on the line is loudness. Press the button, your low, mids, and highs. I'll just press the button. As you can see, I haven't really went anywhere else using the menu button. It's all in one thing. Alright, next, I think it's still an audio. Subwoofer normal, or reverse, however you want it. But usually it's just on normal. It's unless you're an audiophile, like to really mess with settings. Subwoofer control, this will be your kind of like your bass knob / hertz. You crank it up and down to whatever gain of hertz you want, and then your dB. So you can actually change it to different formats. Usually, if you want bass, you want to kind of go to start off at 80 hertz and adjust it from there. If you have a porta box, you want to kind of get as low as possible. Alright, that's all for the subwoofer controls. Bass boost, of course we all know what that is. Just kind of goes up to, gives you extra oomph in the bass. Oomph to the bass, to the bass. Make a song out of that. Oh, went too far. Let's see, go back to audio. Oh, that wasn't audio. There it is. High pulse filter settings. Normally you don't set that unless you really want to. You can go ahead and take some of the bass out. If there's too much bass going to your normal high speakers. And back to fader. So that's all for the audio settings. Next line we have Illumination. Key color. You scan, or you can select different colors you want. And key color is everything around the volume knob and these keys. And display color. Oh. Actually, I was all wrong about that. Apparently, key color is just around the volume knob. And the display color is everything on display and underneath it. So apparently that's all linked together. So, one color, 2 colors. We'll make this green for Christmas. Both color. Right, anyway, that's both color. That's for the display and key color. And we also got phone color. This is for different colors. If you want your phone, you want it flashing, you want it to flash effects, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or just off altogether. I guess that's when it rings and stuff. Back out of that. Illumination effects on. That's all little things that blink around, jump around the screen. And back to key color. So that's all for the illumination. Next is system. You go into here, clock set. I told you we can go back and change it if you want it. So you can go to system and you go to clock set and change that. You do 24 hour, 12 hour. Info display. It's piano. That's mostly for radio stuff. This is your aux on. You can actually turn the aux off if you want to, but who would? Well, why buy a radio with aux input if you want to turn it off? But since all radios nowadays have it. Dimmer off, you can actually dim it down a little bit. If all this is, which actually is not very bright, is too bright at night for you, you can actually dim it down just a hair. Just a little bit. Next is brightness. This actually kind of gives you a little better control over it, makes it a certain brightness if you want, so it's not just on, bright, on, whatever. Next we got demo off. This is where I told you to demo off. Yes. Demo off. First thing you want to do when you get a radio is turn demo off, because if not, after 15, 20 seconds, whatever you set and change gets erased by the demo and starts showing you demos crazy stuff on the screen again. So you have to go back and change it. So make sure your demo is turned off before you start making all your changes, because as soon as you leave the radio for a handful of seconds, it's going to erase all your preset settings. And we get out of that. So we got Bluetooth audio on. That way you can stream your Bluetooth audio to the radio. Bluetooth memory clear. Yes, it clears all of the preset saved phones in the radio to make room for more. Next is Bluetooth version. Go into it to tell you what version it is. And sometimes Pioneer may list some firmware updates for your radio, and for this little doodad right here, you can update your radio. Sometimes. App Connect set, that's for the iPhone, iPod. It requires a special cable, plugs into USB. And back to clock sets. That's all for system. The next is MixTrax. Woo, yeah. And like I said, MixTrax is a free program. This right here, what it does is when it says short playback, it plays the songs a little bit at a time. It plays like, let's say the song is 5 minutes long, it'll play 2 minutes or 3 minutes of the song, and then switch over to the next one and play 2-3 minutes of the next song. So instead of playing the whole song, you do 1 minute, 1/2, 2, 3. Right, you have up to 3 minutes. You can play 3 minutes of a song if you want a short playback, or 1 minute before changing the next song, so it's like constantly changing music. Or you just turn it off and it'll play constantly. You don't want the whole song altogether. The next we got flash area. That's everything in here. Do you want the keys and display flash? The key off, or different things. You just want just the key to flash, or the key and the display to flash. Next we have flash pattern. It has house flashing while it's doing stuff. And display effects on, like super flash, just stuff that bounces on the screen. Cut in effects, that's more effects, you can turn it off and on. And back to short playback. Alright, let's back out of this. The next is function. So we actually went to function, so we're actually through with all the menus. While I've been playing with this, I'm going to kind of look at some of the other buttons. The backup menu button, I'm going to go back to the source here. But turn on off. The backup menu, the backup menu button or escape key, if you press and hold it down, it turns on the dimmer. So that way you don't have to go find it in the menu. You just this little button right there. You also do see Androids and USBs. That's your shuffle, repeat, pause, play. This is like for your USB stuff. And so you click the Bluetooth button. We got the phone menu. You got the phone function. Auto answer off. You can also turn it on if you wanted. Rear tone. That way it plays to all 4 speakers. If you want to play just the front, just turn it to off, and it'll play just on the front speakers. That's all for that menu. The next one is, that's it. Apparently, once the phone is plugged in and Bluetooth, you actually have a little more feature information. But other than that, that's the very neat little radio. It runs iPhones, iPods. You may require a special cable for the iPhone or iPod. The iPhone 5, I'm not sure about that one just yet. I don't know if it'll plug in and start working, but it might. Androids, you should use your cord that comes with your phone and plugs it in and start working. Bluetooth, mechless, no CD player radio. Alright, get on back in the box. This is the Pioneer MVH-X560BT. This is, like I said, it's a cute little petite radio. It's about the same size as the cage it came in, so making this installation a no nightmare breeze. Fairly simple, easy to wire up and stuff, and looks like it's fairly simple to operate. So if you don't have any CDs, don't even know what CDs were or get onto the wayside with the doo-doo birds, or if you prefer not to use CDs anymore and all you have is digital music, this might be the radio for you. Being a Bluetooth, remote, radio, iPhone, Android controls, aux input, almost can't beat it. It's got a 1-year warranty, range 129 to 139, and it's a really nice little radio. Anyway, this is Paul with 12 Overview. I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have a awesome day, happy holidays, and please subscribe.